What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters EX video. My name is Charlie, and today what we're going to do is we're going to get into Ethan and Typhlosion's sync grid, the best sync grids for him, his type skill, his lucky skills that you want for him, move set, anything and everything about Ethan and Typhlosion. That's going to be what this video is all about. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, so you never miss out on any of my daily Pokemon Masters EX content. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. Point people to this video so that they are aware if they're asking questions about Ethan and his sync grid. And make sure you drop by the facebook.com/CharizardMosh Facebook page and give me a follow. Alright, let's go into it. So here is Ethan and Typhlosion. We're going to go over his type. He is a fire type. He's weak to rock, so definitely watch out for rock stages in Battle Villa, stuff like that, because the power of his ability is directly related to his health, so keep that in mind. And speaking of his health, right over here we got his stats. HP is at 621, attack is at 143, defense is at 150, special attack, which is one we're mainly concerned about, is at 302, making him the 43rd most powerful special attacker in the game, but don't worry, that changes quickly. Special defense is 152, speed's at 397, and bulk we don't need to worry about anymore, so don't worry about it. Down here are his movesets, his moveset, singular. You got Flamethrower, which has a very small chance of leaving the target burned, which you can do very good Flamethrower builds throughout his like 2 out of 5 and 3 out of 5 builds, but you know, we'll get to there. X special attack, which sharply raises his special attack. Eruption, which is the main attack for Typhlosion. The lower the user's HP is, the lower the power of this move becomes, and we can see here that if his HP is at 100%, his HP, the power is at 100. If it drops to just 1%, if it drops 99% to 99%, it becomes 80% power. If he drops to 50% health, he has 65% power, and at 33% health and lower, he has 55% power. It drops significantly when he takes a hit. But you do have Stoke the Fire, which restores a bit of the user's HP and raises the user's speed and evasiveness. Alright, and that Eruption is an AoE attack, so technically speaking, I covered this in my 15 most damaging sync pair unit video. You can actually do more AoE damage with Ethan and Typhlosion than you can with Charizard now. Charizard still beats Ethan and Typhlosion when it comes to overall damage because of Blast Burn, but Ethan and Typhlosion, yeah, they can actually do, when they get built up to a certain point, more AoE damage than Red and Charizard. Alright, so the sync move, Fierce Flames Eruption. This is a Fire-type special ability, which is his focus. Its power is 250. It can be powered up to 300, which is really good. And he only has one passive skill, which is Speeding Sun 2, which quickly charges the move gauge when the weather is sunny, so you can do sunny day builds with Typhlosion. We're still waiting on like a really good tanky fire type that can do sunny day and just take hits, or be like a good a good tech unit that can do sunny day. Alright. We're going to jump into his type skill right now. So his type skill is Fire Strike. Conditions, you need to form a team with 2 or more sync pairs that share the same type. So any other fire type would do. Probably the best fire type support for Typhlosion, and this is the, like, I'll tell you the full team that I would recommend, but the best fire type support for him would probably be Torchic. At least right now, Torchic would probably be the best one. because it increases his critical hit rate as well as his special attack ability. So not bad, but if you add that onto a team with Skyla and Swanna, making sure that his health stays up as much as possible with Potion, and his own Synchroid abilities, he'll be able to do a lot of damage for a long time. Now, the effects of his type skill is it raises the allies' attack and special attack by 20 when using fire type attacks. Of course, this goes up. He's at 2 out of 4 right now. It goes up the more it goes up by more points for attack and special attack for fire type attacks. How many times can I say attack? The more you level up his type skill. His lucky skill right now, I have Rock Guard on him, but most likely, if you had Critical Strike 2 on him, that would probably be best for striking abilities, especially if you have Torchic increasing his critical hit rate as well. But technically, Vigilance wouldn't be that bad for him either to protect him from critical hits. But Rock Guard also, if you're not able to, like, I don't have enough lucky cookies right now to get him to Critical Strike 2. Otherwise, I would. But I do have a lot of, I think it was Chewy or Crispy, whichever one gives you the guards. So I had plenty of those to get him to Rock Guard, because that is his weakness, and this will protect him. Reduces the damage when a Pokemon is attacked by Rock-type moves. So there you go. Alright, so we're at his Sync Grid. This is the 1 out of 5 Sync Grid for Typhlosion. You can pretty much get everything. You can... I chose to go the Eruption route here, but if you wanted to, we could take away some Eruptions and do the Flamethrower build. But really, you just want to do the Flamethrower, or the Eruption build out. That way you're doing as much damage with Eruption as possible. We do have the Eruption Move Gauge Refresh 3, the Special Attack plus 5 there, X Special Attack MP Refresh, and the Stoke the Fire MP Refresh, and you can also get the Flamethrower Move Gauge Refresh as well. So not bad for a 1 out of 5 build. You can pretty much get whatever you want. Alright, this is the first 2 out of 5. What we did here is sort of like a Flamethrower build out. We did all the Flamethrower power-ups in the bottom right, bottom left-hand corner. We got Stoke the Fire Fleet Feet 1, which raises the user's speed when a move is successful. And we also got Flamethrower Hostile Environment 2, which raises the chance of inflicting status conditions with the additional effects of moves, which works really well with Flamethrower because you can burn the opponent. Again, not too bad. We also grabbed the Stoke the Fire MP Refresh 2, and that Special Attack plus 5 just to power up Flamethrower even more. And the Flamethrower Move Gauge Refresh. This way we're constantly doing, we're powering up with X Special Attack. We're doing as much damage as possible with Flamethrower, inflicting burn on the opponent, so they're getting burn damage. And we're also able to increase our evasiveness, our HP, speed, and evasiveness with Stoke the Fire, and we're getting MP refreshes with that. Not guaranteed MP refreshes, but you can get Stoke the Fire's MP refresh with it. So there you go. Moving on to the next one. This is the Eruption build out for 2 out of 5. Now we did get the Stoke the Fire Fleet Feet 1, the Move Gauge Refresh 3 for Eruption, Powered Up Eruption, we got the Special Attack plus 5, and we also got Stoke the Fire Master Healer 2, which increases the amount of HP restored by the user's healing moves. Now instead of doing this one, if you didn't want to do that, if you had an actual Potion Master on your team, what you could do is power up Eruption even more and increase your defenses, or you could increase your speed quite a bit if you really wanted to do that. You can really build them out to be either tanky or to be a little bit have more speed, which also increases the move gauge refresh rate. So it's something to think about. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Alright, this one we are getting into sort of sun builds. Now we already have Speeding Sun 2, which quickly charges the move gauge when the weather is sunny, as our passive skill. So we also have Healing Sun 1, which restores the Pokemon's HP when it takes an action while the weather is sunny, which isn't too bad. And in order to get to that, we used up these Flamethrower nodes, because you do 6, and that actually gets you, uses less energy than if you went, like, right to, like, the Flamethrower, Hostile Environment, or Move Gauge Refresh. Just something to think about there. So, we also did the Eruption Move Gauge Refresh, and the Stoke the Fire Master Healer 2. But again, if you didn't want to do Master Healer, you would just, you know, power up Eruption and get the Special Attack +5. Because you are doing, you are getting healed when you do an attack. Remember, it has to be an attack. It has to be either Flamethrower or Eruption. You will not restore health if you do not, if you use like Stoke the Fire, or if you use Stoke the Fire or the X special attack. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is the first 3 out of 5. Synchroid Build. This is probably one of my favorite builds. Might be the one that I'm using, I'm not sure. But this one, what we do, we'll start in the upper left-hand corner. We got Healthy Healing. Oop, there we go. Which makes the user gradually heal itself if its HP is full when it enters battle. Now, this will be every single turn your HP will recover a little bit, even if you use X Special Attack or Stoke the Fire. So that's something to know. We also used Focus Rush 1, which raises the user's critical hit rate after you use a sync move. We also got Bob and Weave, which the more the user's evasiveness has been raised, the more it powers up moves, which works really well with Stoke the Fire, having the MP refresh for it, because that increases your speed and evasiveness, and it raises your health up. We also have Look Alive 2, which, if you're familiar with Rotom's Synchroid, Rotom also has this, has a moderate chance of increasing the user's evasiveness when the user is hit by an attack move. So that also powers up your moves when you increase your evasiveness. We unfortunately weren't able to get X Special Attack MP Refresh, but if you have, say like Torchic, or if you have some other Pokemon that have Dire Hit All as their support move, you don't really need to worry about, or X Special Attack All like Superior, then you will be sitting just fine. You won't really need to get the MP refresh for X Special Attack. Of course, we got the Special Attack +5 and the Eruption move gauge refresh. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is a Flamethrower build out with Bob and Weave. So the more our evasiveness goes up, the more powers up moves, which works well with Stoke the Fire MP refresh. Special Attack +5. We got the Special Attack MP refresh, and we powered up Flamethrower as much as possible. And we got the Hostile Environment 2 along with move gauge refresh. Yeah, this does. You could use this if you want to do sort of like a use Typhlosion more as a tech unit, because you are have a higher chance of burning the opponents. Even though it's not an AoE kind of a thing, like with Sigma Suit Leaf, that would be very OP. But it does do good damage when it comes to making sure every opponent gets burned pretty quickly. And you are using less move gauge, so you're actually able to put forth more attacks, on top of increasing your power when you use Stoke the Fire. So there you go. We'll move on to the next one. This one is sort of like another variation of the Eruption build. Now, what we're doing, unfortunately, we can't get Bob and Weave or Look Alive, but what we are doing is making sure that our eruption damage is maxed out as much as possible for as long as the battle goes. What we're doing is we're doing Healthy Healing, First Aid 4, which restores a bit of the Pokemon's HP once during battle when the Pokemon is in a pinch. So what in a pinch means is like when its health gets to like, I think it's like 30% or below, it'll restore its HP by quite a bit actually. We also in the upper right hand corner got HP Advantage 5. Now that means the more HP the user has remaining, the more it powers up moves, which works well with Eruption's whole playstyle. What you want to do is, with the Eruption move gauge refresh, you want to keep Typhlosion's health up as much as possible, so you're doing as 100% of damage or as close to 100% of damage as possible every single time. And to help out with that, we also have Stoke the Fire, MP Refresh, which restores your health, increases your evasiveness and speed, and we also powered up Eruption a little bit here as well. So not too bad. Maybe not the best build out for Eruption, but it does show you the diversity of the Synchroid that you could do. And here we have another Sunny Day build for 3 out of 5. We have Charging Sun 2. If I can get there. Alright, Charging Sun 2 powers up moves when the weather is sunny. Again, we do have as a passive skill Speeding Sun, which quickly charges the move gauge when the weather is sunny. Healing Sun 1, which restores our HP when we take an action. Remember, an action has to be a attack move when the weather is sunny. We're also making sure that we're getting as much health restored as possible each time with Healthy Healing. And we got there from using Focus Rush because that's just less energy used. And we got Eruption Move Gauge Refresh 3. Now, and we got the Stoke the Fire MP Refresh, of course. Now, what we could also do... I mean, instead of using that, we could do... Oh, I guess not. No, yeah. Yeah, that's just the way that it's got to roll down, unfortunately. But, you know, it shows you what you can do with Sunny Day. Alright, and last but not least, we have our Synchroid build out. Our Sync Nuke build, if you will. What we did here was we grabbed Eruption, Move Gauge Refresh, so that we were doing Eruption as our move to get us to our Sync Grid. We're doing X Special Attack, MP Refreshes, and we also grabbed Bob and Weave and Look Alive. So that way we're increasing our evasiveness if we get hit, and the more we increase our evasiveness, the more it powers up moves. So if you didn't really want to do Look Alive, you could do Stoke the Fire MP Refresh, which would increase your health as well. And then with the 2 remaining energy that you have, you can increase your speed up a bit. Right there as well. Oh, there's 3 of them right there. Okay. Or you can increase your defense if you wanted to. I would probably go for the speed for Move Gauge Refresh. But yeah, guys, that's what we got for... went over his type skill, we went over his lucky skill, we went over his moveset, his passive skills, team builds. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions about Ethan and Typhlosion, let me know down in the comments section. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, so you never miss out on any of my daily Pokemon Masters EX content. And over on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. Bring people to this video if they have questions about Ethan and how to use his Sync Grid effectively. And make sure you hit the like button and follow the CharizardMosh Facebook page. And yeah, guys, anything else? Ask me in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.